Welcome back, everybody, to the Meeple Marathon and our continued coverage of Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. Tonight we have the newest Hero Pack expansion for the game, which is Hulk. And this is a Hulk aggression deck, which, if that was not obvious, that he would have an aggression deck, I don't know what is. So let's go ahead and take a look at his deck and some of his cards and any unique other cards that he brought with him as part of the aggression deck. And then we'll take a look at just some of the highlights from my game with him and with Doctor Strange against the Klaw. So here we have the Hulk, obviously 3 attack, 3 defense, 0 thwart, which kind of makes sense. And it says enraged, forced interrupt when your turn ends, discard your hand. So I'm assuming this means that you can become enraged based on a card effect, and if you do, you're going to end up discarding your entire hand at the end of your turn. But here is Bruce Banner. He's got a recovery of 4, hand size of 5, and I just want to point out that Hulk has a hit point of 18, which is by far the highest. I think Thor was up there with like 14, maybe She-Hulk I think had a high number, but 18 is certainly the highest we've seen. His power allows us to draw a card, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. So essentially a swap out. So we'll leave Hulk over here off to the side. And let's take a look at Hulk's specific deck here. Yeah. All right. Crushing Blow. You can only spend aggression resources to pay for this card. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. Okay. Hulk Smash. When you make a basic attack, you get plus 10 attack for that attack if you pay for this card using only aggression resources. That attack gains overkill. Wow. Plus 10. Okay, suborbital leap. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. There you go. Instead, if you paid for it with all aggression resources, interesting. Thunderclap. Choose up to 3 different enemies. Deal 3 damage to them all. Unstoppable Force. Ready Hulk. If you pay for this card only using Draw Hunt Guard. Limitless Strength. So that's very nice. Right there. This is the first card I've seen of his that is anything other than the aggression resource. Bruce Banner gets plus 2 recovery. Exhaust Banner's laboratory, generate a resource. Boundless Rage. Okay. Hero form only. Hulk gets plus 1 attack. Forced response after you change form, discard this card. And immovable object. You get plus 4 hit points. Hulk gains retaliate 1. Okay, so they didn't mention anything about him becoming enraged. So I guess in general, if you're on the Hulk side, you're gonna have to discard your hand at the end, which kind of stinks because you can't then just save up Hulk resources, basically Hulk cards as aggression resources. So let's take a look at his aggression deck here. Let's see what he's got going on. Brawn. A Sentry. Deal 1 encounter card to yourself. Interesting. Just because it's She-Hulk. 2 thwart, but she has to take 2 damage. But she gets plus 1 attack for each damage token on her. Interesting. Drop kick. So far, all of these are new. A couple drop kicks. Toe to toe. Choose an enemy. That enemy attacks you. Deal 5 damage to that enemy. Interesting. You'll pay for that. aggression. We've seen this card. Martial prowess. Ooh. So this would be good to have out, and it is not a unique card, so we could actually have more than one of these out at a time. Play, oh, max one per player. Okay, never mind. All right, and let's take a look at the basic cards for the Hulk. To the rescue, remove 2 threat. That's pretty straightforward. Energy, energy, energy. Avengers Mansion, Hellcarrier. Okay, we've seen all those before. Here's his obligation. Discard 2 cards from hand to discard the obligation. Exhaust your hero to discard this obligation. Okay. Put that over there with Klaw. Abomination is his nemesis. After Abomination attacks, you discard the top card of your deck. If a aggression resource is discarded this way, take 2 damage. Okay, stop. That is the end of the whole pre-built deck. Okay, so here we've got some of the other cards that are made available with the Hulk. Beat Cop. Move 1 threat from a scheme to here. Exhaust and discard Beat Cop. Deal 1 damage to a minion for each threat here. Oh, that's cool. That's an interesting card. Inspiring Presence. Play only if your identity has the Adventure trait. Heal 1 damage from an ally and ready it. Ooh, I like that one too. And Electrostatic Armor. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. After you defend against an attack, deal 1 damage to the attacking character. And Resourceful. Discard Resourceful to generate a wild resource. Okay. So that is in its entirety the Hulk, the new Hulk deck from Fantasy Flight Games. And I'm going to go ahead and play a game with Doctor Strange and the Klaw and Hulk, of course. And we will put together a little highlight reel from that effort, just so you guys can see some of Hulk's better moves. Okay, so we have gone ahead and set everything up. Klaw here starts with Underground Distribution as his main scheme. We're also told to bring out Defense Network, which blocks us from removing scheme from Underground Distribution. Klaw Underground Distribution also has us reveal the encounter deck until a minion comes out and is engaged with the first player. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, and we'll wait there. Okay. So starting with the Hulk, here we have Bruce Banner. I can draw 1 card, choose 1 card from my hand and discard. I'm going to go ahead and just do that. Just to see, all right, I've already got that card actually. So we'll discard 1 of those. And the big one I want to get out here right away is Hulk Smash. Now, if I was able to pay for this using all aggression resources, I could take this guy out and then dump the rest on Klaw. But I only have 1 other aggression resource. I could pay to get this out there to get a wild, but that only gives me 2, and then I'd be short to pay for Hulk Smash. So we are going to go ahead and flip over to Hulk mode here, and it really doesn't matter because all of these are going to go away. So I'm going to pay my 3 resources to do a basic attack. So I have to exhaust the Hulk. He gets attack 3 and I get plus 10, so that's 13. I don't have anybody in front of me, so Klaw is going to go from 24 down to 11, just like that. Boom! All right, and so that is the end of my turn here. I have to discard this card and draw up 4 new cards for the Hulk. All right, new round here. remove 2 threat from the scheme. Don't really need to do that right now. We'll hold on. Well, we can't hold on to that. Can't pay for She-Hulk. So I guess we're gonna bring out Brawn. So I will pay 3 resources to bring out Brawn. Put Brawn up here. Okay, after Brawn attacks, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So we will tap Brawn to, let's put a hit on you here. Okay, and we can remove 1 threat, and oops, he takes a damage himself. And Hulk will go like this to take 3 more. And that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna play toe-to-toe. I'm gonna pay for it using this other toe-to-toe. And he gets to attack me, so that's fine. He draws 2 cards, that's a nothing, and that's a nothing. So he completely whiffs. I get to do 5 damage, which is gonna take him down to 0. So this portion of Klaw is done. All right, so I do just want to point out this one thing, that as amazing as Hulk is at destroying people, it's definitely a race, even with playing with another player. And this is probably the worst case scenario right now. I have the main scheme and then 3 other side schemes, and Hulk has very little thwart capabilities. So, and he now has 2 minions attached to him. Doctor Strange here is going to have to be doing some thwarting here. So let's see what we can do with the Hulk. So unfortunately the Hulk is already exhausted based on drawing obligation. So let's pay this to do toe-to-toe. We're going to do that with Whirlwind here. So he's going to attack for 2. And he's going to take 5 damage. Then I'm also going to use Overpay for Crushing Blow to get rid of this guy. Okay, so Hulk is done. Unfortunately, nope. Brawn, he should have an extra hit on him. This is his 3rd round attacking. He's going to finish this guy off and remove a threat from, gosh, this scheme, I guess. Keep it very simple here. We're going to play Suborbital Leap. I am going to pay for it using 1, 2, 3 aggression resources, which means I can remove 5. So I'll actually go ahead and remove that from there. And Brawn will allow me to take a shot here. He's going to take 1 more hit, and I can remove that. And Hulk can go ahead and attack for 3. All right, so for the Hulk, we are going to be left with a little extra here. I want to play Drop Kick. So I'm going to use Power of Aggression, which is going to give me double aggression resources, and Martial Prowess, which is another one. This will allow me to deal 4 damage and stun the enemy and draw a card, which gives me another drop kick, but I can't do anything with it. So that's fine. So he's down to 27 now, and he's stunned. So that's good. And then we will go ahead and attack for 3 more. Do I want to help out Doctor Strange? Sure. Let's get rid of this guy with our attack instead. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose these cards because I have no way to play him, and I'm Hulk. Okay, let's see what Hulk can do. Helicarrier is kind of worthless for Hulk because I don't have to pay for it. Unstoppable Force. Ready Hulk. 2. Draw a card. That would be helpful. Okay, here. Hero form only. Hulk gets +1 attack. Force response after you change form. Discard this card. Okay. So let's pay for Boundless Rage with Helicarrier. And so now he's +1 attack. Slide this under there like that. All right. Then I'm going to spend Limitless Strength to play Unstoppable Force. Actually, hold on. Let's attack with Hulk. So he's hitting for 4 now, down to 23. Then I will play this. Ready Hulk, and I get to draw a card. Sure, why not? Oh, and it's the other Hulk smash. Son of a biscuit. Oh well. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose this card because I can't pay for it now. But I can go ahead and exhaust Hulk again for another 4. So he's down to 19. And I'll lose that card. Alright, so let's see what we want to do with Hulk here. Thunderclap. Choose 3 different enemies to deal 3 damage to each of them. I like that. Sentry is nice, but I can't afford him right now. Crushing Blow. So this is going to be 3 to 3. Yeah, we're going to do that one. So I'm simply going to pay for it with these 3 resources here. I will do 3 to you. I'll get rid of you and do 3 to you. Boom. Now I will go ahead and exhaust to get rid of you. Help out my man. Okay. Okay. So I know this is not a Hulk move, but this is one of my favorite moves for Doctor Strange. I am, let's just say, pay with Dr. Voodoo to play Master of the Mystic Arts. Pay the printed cost on the top card of the invitation deck, so I will pay again. There's those 2. Resolve its special ability, then place it back on top of the invocation deck. So I will stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to him. So I will stun the Klaw, do 7 damage. He's down to 12. Boom. This goes away. Then I can exhaust Cloak of Levitation to ready Doctor Strange. Pay 2 more, exhaust Doctor Strange to actually do this invocation, or I do the same thing, do 7 more damage. Boom, and just like that, Klaw is down to 5 health remaining. Let's see if Hulk can finish him off. So close. So close. Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and do Thunderclap. Unfortunately, I did defend on my last turn, so I don't have Hulk to finish him off, but I can, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have to discard all of these, deal 3 damage to 3 different enemies, so I'll give you 3, and the Klaw is down to 2. Okay, so we are simply going to finish things off here with the Hulk. Yep, by paying all these resources to play Dropkick to deal 4 damage to an enemy. He's got no defense, and that is it. Klaw is defeated. Hulk, I pretty much stayed in Hulk the entire time, did a few blocking. He ended up with 7 health left, and I went through his deck almost exactly once. I had to shuffle up once to get these last 4 cards into my hand. But other than that, that was it. Some final thoughts about Hulk. He definitely, he might be the first one that I go through and adjust his deck. I like his cards because they are huge hitters, but I am not a super fan of this enraged discard your cards at the end. I guess he probably would be someone who would have, it would be good to have like Avengers Mansion or something like that in play to give him an extra card draw every once in a while, because there were times where I just had a single card left and I had nothing to do with it, no way to play it. But he definitely does have a lot of aggression resources in his deck already, so a lot of these cards can be played and get their complete bonus. And plus that one card, Hulk Smash, if you can get that one out at any time, this one here, it is a beast, because if I did it right now, I'd be hitting for 14 just in one foul swoop. So fun deck. Not as blown away by it as I have been some of the rest. I really enjoyed the Doctor Strange deck. I enjoyed the Black Widow deck. So yeah, take with it what you will. He definitely has some nice additional cards, and I certainly think this hero pack is worth purchasing, because so far I've yet to have one that I really didn't enjoy playing. So he just, you know, threw something into the mix and plays a little differently. So if you definitely enjoy the hit him as hard as you can, bam, 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 then he's definitely your guy. I would not play him single hero style, because he has 0 thwart, not a lot of cards in his deck that thwart, and you're pretty much going to lose on the main scheme advancing. But in a group, especially with a higher player count than even 2, he is awesome, because he can just stay in Hulk mode, soak up some damage, and do blistering amounts of damage, clear out people in front of you. So he's definitely one you want to play with when you're playing with multiple players. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great night.